Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I'm Brian Moritz. Today I'm going to be walking you guys around a 2019 Winnebago View 24J. This is a used unit. It's kind of an interesting used unit. The previous owner definitely did some modifications to it to make it more useful to the type of people that want to use it. So we'll start by walking around the outside, then we'll head inside. We're going to talk about some of the modifications first. So the standard for this RV when it was built was two 12-volt AGM batteries. The previous owner has gone out and added two 12-volt 300 amp hour lithium batteries. Now with those 300 amp hour lithium batteries, he's also removed the standard 1000 watt inverter and put in a 3000 watt Victron inverter. And then also on top, he removed the standard 200 watts of solar. And I can't be for sure on this, but it looks like he added about 500 watts. So there's probably about 500 watts on the roof, just judging by the size of the panels. Now, with these modifications, if you come and look at this, it definitely doesn't look like a hack job. It looks like someone professional who knew what they were doing and installed all this. We've got the proper disconnects. We've got a master disconnect, a solar disconnect, an inverter disconnect. Everything is wired nicely. Doesn't, look like it was just thrown together by any means. The next thing that he added, the previous owner added, is we've got window awnings all the way around this RV. So they just slide down, and then there's a little hook here to keep them open. Now these are just designed to keep the sun from beating into the RV. Helps it stay a little bit cooler in the summer. And then when you're done, you want to put them away. Maybe. I'm just going to do it that way. But they even gave you the little rod so that you can hook onto it and pull it down for those of you who are a little bit shorter. Down below the window, nice big storage. Now this is directly under the bed, so you can access this from either inside or outside. Behind this door, we've got the gravity fill for our 32-gallon freshwater tank. In the front compartment, we've got the Onan Quiet Gas 3600 watt propane generator that's going to pull directly off of the propane tank on the RV. And then behind that, a nice big storage compartment. Coming around to the back, we've got the fiberglass rear cap. Now up top, we do have a full color HD backup camera. We've also got the ladder to get up on the roof. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we've got 500-ish watts of solar up there. And then there's also a 13,500 BTU air conditioning. And another added feature, we've got an antenna way up there. That is going to be a WeBoost antenna for all your Wi-Fi needs. Down below, 2-inch receiver with a 5,000 pound towing capacity, as well as a 7-pin connection for trailer brakes and trailer lights. Moving around to the driver's side, in the very rear compartment, we've got our water bay, which is equipped with a hot and cold exterior shower. The gray and black tank drains. Now on this particular unit, you have 34 gallons of black water and 40 gallons of gray. So 32 fresh, 34 black, 40 gray. Now back here, we've also got our 30 amp power cord that is built in and wired. So you don't have to pull it out and plug it in somewhere out here in order to get your power. Another window awning added by the previous owner. And then storage. Now these are pass-through bays into each other, meaning small wall. Coming around the front, the Winnebago View is built on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis, which is powered by the Mercedes 3.0 turbo diesel, which puts out 188 horsepower, 325 foot-pounds of torque. And on this one, we have the old 5-speed automatic transmission. And I think that's going to wrap up the exterior. Let's go inside. So as we come in here, I do have this slide closed so that you can see what your space would look like while in transit. As you can see, there's plenty of room here to get to the kitchen. You could sit down at the dinette if you wanted to. The refrigerator is completely unobstructed, and so is the bathroom. Plenty of room to get through. So we'll go ahead and open that up now. So we're going to go ahead and start by talking about the stuff that's up here in our Winnebago one place. So first things first, we've got the actual one place panel. Now from here we can start and stop the generator. Being that this is a used 2019, the generator hours are 43.8, so it wasn't used very much. We can also turn on our water pump as well as our water heater from right here. Check our tank levels as well as our battery levels. To the left, we've got the electric LP valve. So that's just to open the LP tank. So you have propane for your furnace or your stove. Holding tank heaters, these are 12 volt, just on your gray and black tank to keep you out in the winter a little bit longer. Victron battery monitor, so that's going to tell us how much draw we have as well as how much power we have coming in. And then the Victron solar controller. So the Victron system that he put in is it's nice that he used all the same components. So you got Victron inverter, Victron solar controller, and Victron battery monitor, which is definitely the setup you want to see. So in the Navion 24J, you've got a 50-inch wide by 80-inch long queen bed. Now with this, we do have tilting head bases, so if you wanted to sit up and read a book, you absolutely could. Now we've also got reading lights. They start out as blue, and then if you hold the button, they go to a yellow light as reading lights. Storage up above the bed. Big cabinet as well as a shelf just above your head. Two more really big cabinets running the length of the bed. Now all these ceiling lights in the Navion 24J do have two settings. So if you go down on the switch, you're at a dim mode. If you go up, you're on bright. Directly next to the bed, we've got our bathroom. So in here, we've got a 24-inch wide by 30-inch long shower with the built-in shower curtain. Now there's also a hanging rod in here if you wanted to use it to put some wet clothes. Keep your floor nice and dry, just get your shower wet. Towel rack along this back side. And then down below we do have the foot flush toilet. Now what's kind of interesting about the 24J is the sink and vanity are on the exterior of the bathroom. So big medicine cabinet. Next to that, towel rack to put a towel to dry your hands. Two 110 volt outlets. Sink, and then great storage down below for all those toiletries. As for closet space in the 24J, big hanging storage here, and there is a mirror on that door that you could use if you were trying to get ready. Want to check yourself out a little bit. Up above the closet, we've got the high point convection microwave, so this is going to double as your oven. Moving forward, cabinets all the way across the top above the dinette. And then for the dinette, you have the 42 by 80 dinette. So this table can turn. Plenty of room here for an easy 3 to 4 people. And then if you wanted to, or if you needed to, you can drop it down and make a bed. There's a latch on here. So table drops down, slides into place. And then you pull these two cushions off, slide them into place, and now you have a 42-inch wide by 80-inch long bed. It's kind of nice because you can actually have an adult sleep there without them being too cramped. Opposite of the bed, we've got a 2-door refrigerator, so you have a separate fridge and freezer. Now, in 2019, Winnebago did move to the Norcold 12-volt compressor refrigerator, so this is just going to run on electricity, no more gas. Forward, more kitchen storage. 32-inch TV with storage behind it. Now, the previous owner's Wii Boost that he installed, this is where he actually put the module for it. But we've also got all of our TV controls, HDMI in, cable or satellite in, depending on what you want to use. Down below, you've got a nice workspace for food with the glass cover. 2-burner gas cooktop. And then a bank of 3 drawers directly below the cooktop. Now, these bottom 2 are nice and big. Plenty of room to keep your pots and pans. And then a huge storage down below the sink. Notice we do have a water filter going into the sink. So if you were going to drink water, you would have filtered water right there. Now, on the front side of this counter, we've got our Jensen system. So that's going to be an AM, FM, Bluetooth, as well as DVD player. There's 3 zones in this RV, so you have front, back, and then outside. You can control the sound of all 3 of them individually. Actually a pretty decent sound system if you're, just want to listen to some music while you're sitting in your coach. And then moving up to the very front, the previous owner removed the mattress that would be here from the factory and installed this barrier so that he could just use this as storage. Now, if you really wanted to, you could pretty easily take this out and order a new mattress from Winnebago to get your bed back up there. It was a 49 by 75 inch bed prior to him removing it. Now, in the 2019 Winnebago Navion 24J, both the driver and passenger seats do swivel around to become a part of the living area. The 2 bolsters for them are up there so that you're not sitting there with your knees in your chest. But very simple. The only thing you have to do is move the seat forward prior to swiveling it. Otherwise, it'll hit that wall. Now, in the cab of this 2019 Winnebago Navion, or Winnebago View, I'm sorry, this one has 28,400 miles on it. Now, over on the left side, we see something we didn't see a lot on Views and Navions. We've got the HWH computerized leveling. That's going to be hydraulic leveling. So 4 jacks installed. Moving over to here, this was an option in 2019, but we've got the bigger radio screen with navigation built into it. So we've got Rand McNally Nav, and that's AM, FM, Bluetooth, and Sirius XM. And then if we put it in reverse, slowly but surely, there's that full color HD backup camera. Now notice it does have grid lines so that it'll tell you where you're backing up to. Down below, HVAC controls for the cab. And then glove box with original owner's manuals and storage up above both the driver and passenger's head. So another option that this View has, one of my favorite options actually, is the privacy screens built in. On this one. So on all 3 of your cab windows, we've got just sliding screens. So we could do that for the driver's side, the windshield, and the passenger side. A lot better than having to put in those pop-ins that you normally would see on a View or Navion. And then they just have Velcro straps to hold them in place to make sure they don't pop open while you're driving. All in all, for a used 2019, I'd say this unit is in very good shape. The previous owner definitely did some cool upgrades, mainly being your batteries, your solar, your inverter, that stuff. But if you have any questions about this Winnebago View, please feel free to give me a call. Again, my name is Brian Moritz with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. My phone number is 303 482-6375. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.